When the sun quietly set behind the mountains, a special night began at the zoo. It was a magical night, one known only to the children and the animals. On this night, the animals could speak, converse with the children, share their stories, all under the starry night sky. Children gathered at the zoo's entrance, and a little girl named Ellie held a special pass. She was the guest of honor for the night, granted the opportunity to interact with the animals. She walked into the zoo with care, as if entering a world of magic. "Hello, tiger," Ellie said to a magnificent tiger lounging by its den. The tiger raised its head, its eyes filled with warmth and curiosity. "Good evening, little one," the tiger responded, its voice like the soothing tones of music. "What have you been up to today?" Ellie asked, curiosity gleaming in her eyes. The tiger began to share its day's adventures, the hunts, the play, and the moments of basking in the warm sunlight. Then it softly said, "Now it's time to rest. Good night, Ellie." Ellie nodded and said, "Good night, tiger. Sweet dreams to you." Next, Ellie approached a furry bear. "Hello, bear," she whispered. The bear rubbed its eyes, looking a bit weary. "Good evening, little one," the bear replied, its voice gentle and kind. "Have you been foraging for food all day?" Ellie inquired. The bear nodded and shared its foraging adventures, telling stories of seeking delicious honey and fruits. Then it said, "Now I'm feeling tired. Good night, Ellie." Ellie smiled and said, "Good night, bear. I wish you sweet dreams." Ellie then came to a majestic elephant, which was splashing water on itself with its long trunk. "Hello, elephant," Ellie greeted. The elephant turned its head, offering a friendly smile. "Good evening, little one," the elephant responded, its voice like a low, melodious breeze. Have you been playing in the water all day? Ellie asked. The elephant nodded and recounted its watery adventures, sharing tales of play in the cool waters and showering itself with splashes. Then it gently said, "Now it's time to sleep. Good night, Ellie." Ellie said, "Good night, elephant. May you have sweet dreams." Next, as Ellie continued her adventure, she arrived at the monkey area. "Hello, monkey," she said. The monkey quickly climbed a tree and tumbled down like an acrobat. "Good evening, little one," the monkey replied, its voice like joyful laughter. "Have you been playing all day?" Ellie asked. The monkey nodded and shared its tree-swinging adventures, leaping and frolicking in the trees, and the time spent with its monkey friends. Then it softly said, "Now it's time to sleep. Good night, Ellie." Ellie said, "Good night, monkey. I wish you sweet dreams." Next, she encountered a pair of penguins who loved to dance. "Hello, penguins," she greeted. The penguins began to dance gracefully, their movements coordinated and elegant. "Good evening, little one," the penguins responded, their voices rhythmic like the beats of musical instruments. "Have you been dancing all day?" Ellie asked. The penguins nodded and shared their dancing adventures, describing how they danced on the icy tundras and expressed themselves through music. Then they softly said, "Now we need to rest. Good night, Ellie." Ellie smiled and said, "Good night, penguins. May you have sweet dreams." Then she met an elegant peacock. "Hello, peacock," she said. The peacock displayed its beautiful tail, showcasing its stunning feathers. "Good evening, little one," the peacock responded, its voice like the songs of a grand banquet. "Have you been preening your feathers all day?" Ellie asked. The peacock nodded and shared how it showcased its beauty, how it radiated in the sunlight, and its confidence and pride. it softly said. Now I need to rest. Good night, Ellie. Ellie said, Good night, Peacock. I wish you sweet dreams. Next, she came to a quiet zebra. Hello, zebra, she greeted. The zebra showed off its unique black and white stripes, its lines graceful. Good evening, little one, the zebra responded, its voice rhythmic like the beat of footsteps. Have you been running all day? Ellie asked. The zebra nodded and shared its running adventures, how it galloped on the open savanna and protected itself from predators. Then it softly said, Now it's time to sleep. Good night, Ellie. Ellie said, Good night, zebra. May you have sweet dreams. Then she met a gentle panda. Hello, Panda, she said. The panda sat amidst a bamboo thicket, peacefully munching on bamboo leaves. Good evening, little one, the panda responded, its voice like the rustling of bamboo leaves in the wind. Have you been eating bamboo all day? Ellie asked. The panda nodded and shared how it protected the bamboo forest and enjoyed a simple and tranquil life. Then it softly said, Now I need to rest. Good night, Ellie. Ellie smiled and said, Good night, Panda. I wish you sweet dreams. Next, she encountered a lively kangaroo. Hello, Kangaroo, she greeted. The kangaroo hopped around like a spring. Good evening, little one, the kangaroo responded, its voice like the rhythm of footsteps and a gentle breeze. Have you been hopping all day? Ellie asked. The kangaroo nodded and shared its hopping adventures, how it leaped through the great outdoors, and its time with family and friends. Then it softly said, Now it's time to rest. Good night, Ellie. Ellie said, Good night, Kangaroo. I wish you sweet dreams. Next, Ellie approached a surprising octopus. Hello, Octopus, she said. The octopus stretched out its tentacles, displaying its dexterity. Good evening, little one, the octopus responded, voice like the murmurs of the tide. Have you been swimming all day? Ellie asked. The octopus nodded and shared its underwater adventures, how it explored the depths of the sea, and how it used its tentacles for various tasks. Then it softly said, "Now I need to rest. Good night, Ellie." Ellie smiled and said, "Good night, Octopus. May you have sweet dreams." Finally, she met a shy fox. "Hello, fox," she said. The fox hid in the bushes, shyly peering at her. "Good evening, little one," the fox responded, its voice like the gentle rustling of the wind. "Have you been exploring all day?" Ellie asked. The fox nodded and shared its adventure of exploring, how it searched for food in the forest, and how it protected itself from danger. Then it softly said, "Now it's time to sleep. Good night, Ellie." Ellie said, "Good night, fox. I wish you sweet dreams." This magical night held more adventures for Ellie, with more animals waiting for their turn to say hello and good night. The zoo had transformed into a place filled with stories and friendships, and Ellie had become the central character of this special night. She would forever remember this night, cherishing the beautiful stories she had shared with the animals. Whether on the marvelous night at the zoo or in our everyday lives, we can learn so much and build connections with the animals in the natural world. At night, as the stars twinkle and the moon hangs high, the animals and the children drift to sleep, embracing wonderful dreams. Good night, animals. Good night, children. May you all have sweet dreams.